All right, welcome back in, party people. This one was too good to pass up. I was gonna wait to finish this off. This is Z. This is the final letter of our Word of the Day series, and this is a real thing. I was gonna do zlotnik, which is interesting enough, an old Russian unit of weight equal to 1/6 of an ounce. I did not know. I was today years old when I found out that units of weight or measurement could go away. I figured they'd always been around. Like, what do we use down in America? The I don't know what systems we use for measurement. It's not the empirical one, right? Or imperial. I sound like a moron, but whatever we use pounds and stuff. And yeah, I just figured that was always something that had been around, but I didn't know Russians had a unit of measurement that went away. Anyways, this is even crazier. Zomotherapy, medical treatment using raw meat. That's a thing. Okay, let's learn about that. We're reading about it on Wiktionary. This is my first time ever clicking Wiktionary. This isn't just Wikipedia, right? Wiktionary? Okay, etymology from ancient Greek, meat soup, plus therapy. Okay, it's a medical treatment that involves prescribing a diet of raw meat in order to fight a disease. Okay, so you probably thought this too. You had to, right? When you heard zomotherapy, I figured it would be like putting raw meat like on a wound, which I figured that can't be good. But this makes sense. I guess, but prescribing raw meat, what kind of doctor you go to for that? I never had a doctor prescribe food. But what is that? Is that meat injection? Or what is this? I've learned meat. That didn't sound right. Meat injection. But I learned nothing from this. But I did everything in real time. I did not know this word existed till just a few minutes ago. But like, I can't. How can we learn more about this? Zomotherapy and tuberculosis. Abstract. About 4 years ago, Richet published his observations on tuberculous dogs, which had been fed on large quantities of raw meat or raw meat juice. He concluded that the disease can be arrested in the great majority of instances if the sufficient quantity of meat is given, and hazarded the opinion that, in all probability, a similar method of treatment would be of value in human beings. Wow, okay, that's pretty crazy. A few months later, I guess this is France, Héricourt published his observations on 25 cases of human tuberculosis. He showed that in the first two stages of the disease, the treatment is often of great benefit, but suggested that it should be used with caution in the third stage, especially when there's evidence that the liver is performing its work imperfectly. Man, imperfectly. The human body is pretty crazy, and this is from 1905. But I can't like speak to the veracity of any of that. But one thing I can know for sure is that this word exists. It's like it's a portmanteau of zomo, meat soup, and therapy. So yeah, we learned today. Anyways, it's a real thing. Apparently, I'm pretty my mind's kind of blown by this. Anyways, yeah, I clicked that and nothing happens. At least they removed their definition because it's outdated. Meat therapy, man, this is crazy. A regimen of medical treatment that involves prescribing a diet of raw meat in order to fight a disease. And apparently, according to doctors Richet and Héricourt, prescribing in the first two stages can have great benefit to humans and dogs as well in cases of tuberculosis. So that's pretty crazy that the human body responds to such a deadly disease with raw meat treatment. All right, see ya. We learned that today.